Yeah, I got one here. Arkansas father arrested for killing man found with missing daughter. Aaron Spencer, 36, was arrested after allegedly shooting and killing Michael Fosler, 67, who he found in a vehicle with his missing 14-year-old daughter. Fosler had a no-contact order for stalking and raping the teen earlier this year. Spencer faces a preliminary charge of first-degree murder, but has not been formally charged. Well, actually, he's been charged now. And so I want to write this. Spencer's wife, we've gotten a clear picture of a predator who continuously worked with children and preyed on young girls, she wrote. This man was chief of police in Indiana and a resource officer, giving us a better idea of why the Lonoke County Court has been protecting him and going after my husband. It looks like the real question is, was Fosler a protected predator, and was Lonoke County providing that protection? So what happened was, like you guys heard, the guy, he's 67 years old. He raped the daughter, had 9 felony counts, and they let him out on bail.
Yeah.
The man was out on bail, got a hold of the daughter again, and the father found the daughter. They thought he was going to kill the daughter to get rid, because she's the only witness. But he was just like, oh yeah, I want to get with you. And so the dad found him and killed him, and now they're locking the dad up.
I mean, it's kind of weird, man. We gotta get more on this story. I mean, not to say that he shouldn't be justly. It says something about what it say. His wife Heather slammed the arrest as outrageous and revealed disturbing details in a GiveSendGo campaign, claiming that several months ago their then 13-year-old daughter was targeted, groomed, and ultimately raped by the boyfriend of a family friend, reportedly to be Fosler. I guess so. He was their family friend, and I guess he was messing with this little girl. She's 13 years old and 13-year-old daughter of theirs. And so that's not to say that I mean, when you're that old, you don't really have a say-so in anything. It doesn't matter what you say or how you feel, your personal feelings, or what you think you feel at that point in time, or what you truly do feel. You're a kid. This dude's a grown man.
67 years old.
You know what I mean? And so he understands. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is a predator, period, plain and simple. You know what I mean? At this, and he's 67 years old, man. Come on.
He's a resource officer. So most people don't know what a resource officer is. They put those cops in the school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just in case they got to charge a kid with something, or you need to talk to a police officer, report a crime, or if anybody tries to come into school and do anything, like up here we have resource officers.
So you're in here, scoping the kid out, and this is what you got going on. They said, they said the monster who hurt our child was charged quickly, but then released even faster on $50,000 bail after he raped
$5,000
a 13-year-old girl.
10%.
You know what I mean? Like, after he raped a 13-year-old girl, they let him out, and then he goes back, gets the kid again, one way or another. You know what I mean? This isn't. I mean, what he's gonna claim is that she came with me willingly. She's 14. She has no idea, no clue about what it means when a person's a grown person versus her being a kid. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and then this this is Heather Spencer, his wife. And she's like, as the sheriff's office and news stations started reporting, I think a few details are super important to note. The man had a no-contact order for stalking, raping our child. We absolutely called 911 during the entire event. We had no idea this man was in contact with our child again. He was waiting 6 to 9 felonies for what he did, not 2. He was looking at the rest of his pathetic life in jail, and our daughter was the only witness. We 100% in the moment thought he had taken her to kill her. Some things we will never know, but we know the police department afforded the predator privacy they did not give our family, including posting our home address. I'm deeply offended by the way this was handled by the county sheriff's office. Right now, we need to secure a good lawyer to fight these crazy charges. At the end of the day, our daughter is the victim. We have a long road of recovery for everyone. We're so thankful for all the calls, messages, and prayers. Despite the legal stuff our family has been through, something we don't wish on anyone.
This is crazy, man.
Please keep us in our prayers. If you can donate, great. But prayers are holding us together right now.
Yeah, this is a crazy story, man. I mean, I'm sure it plays out many times, not exactly the same way, but many times in a lot of places, man, where kids get wrapped up with grown men or grown women, whatever the case may be, and then that kid doesn't even understand that she's a victim of something. She thinks that this is like love or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe that's what it is, because they keep on.
That happened before. There was a school teacher that was, I can't remember what state it was, but he had took this girl, and they were young, and she was young. He was her teacher, and they dipped, went to a couple states. Yeah, and when they found him, he was like, yeah, we had sex most nights. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man. I mean, these are. I mean, anyway, this is a kid, man. This is a sad case. The father ends up going to jail for killing the guy. He's facing murder charges. You know what I mean? Like,
which he shouldn't face murder charges. That's on the courts. And that's on the, first of all, the police department was protecting the predator. Let's get it real. You know what I'm saying? You're a 67-year-old. You're in a position where you're already have access to a bunch of children.
This is Arkansas, deep red state.
$50,000 is $5,000 plus a car.
It's a deep red state. You would think that they would have a lot less mercy on this type of stuff than, you know, like when they normally would look like some place like a liberal state. But I mean, they gave too much leniency on this, on these charges right here. Man, this is crazy.
That's the thing we need to focus on. You know, it's like a lot of sexual predators don't do a lot of time anymore. Yeah. You know, especially minors. Look at, they left the whole he who should not be named that had an island.
Yeah.
All those people alone, like I'm saying, and now they're coming for Puffy, and they're attacking everybody that's ever had a picture at a Puffy party.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, at the end of the day,
I ain't never seen nobody at the who owned the island that should not be named. People in the pictures they're attacking, except for Stephen Hawking, and he dead.
Yeah, and they barely even talk about Trump being in those files as well
on everything.
At all. But
yeah. So I mean, it's pretty sad. You know, I give it up to the father. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to protect your children, especially if the police don't do it. You're supposed to go out and do it yourself. And there's a lot of things the cops don't do. A lot of people are tired of being victims, and the police can't, or their hands are tied. What do you mean the criminals get to win? And this is sad. This guy was a police chief, and the police department is protecting him. How do you get justice like that? And they said they were calling 911 the whole time. The cops are like, they were going to let that little girl get raped again, get killed.
Yeah, but I know, I get it. I understand, man. I'm totally against what happened there. I just think that right now, I wonder how they're looking at charging this case. They charge him with murder. I mean, a lot of times you may charge down, maybe a manslaughter or something else, or you know what I mean. Like, but they went for the big one, so they're obviously thinking that they got something on this dude.
Yeah.